something significant happened November 18, 2022. Let's take them first from Dr. Sylvia Olainka Blyden. Before we go count to the First Lady, I think I need for... Let me see the First Lady. Now the Vatican. Let me pause and not so. I will pause the First Lady now. Alsan say Tripoli not afraid of nothing. Nobody not get power for do anything. And your money and God go protect you. And say Tripoli, you get a lot of resilience and faith in people. Annie Musa say exactly what you say, Tripoli. They only sabi for do evil business, but God na your shield, always and forever. And we say, elect what you say. For say, no matter waiting, good people and still live alone. That is true. But you get some misguided elements, them way frustrate with life abroad. And then they talk, say, all man are saloon. A thief man and evil. No, I don't know if I don't. Me Pambody, from buying the land, although TTG here, Tony Bide Saloon, he was instrumental in helping me secure the land. But from buying the land to the day, the first day when we go salon, sleep inside the house, I was not in Sierra Leone. Are people in Bila, not so? Even though I get all the ways and means how I do them for make it happen, but it happened. So are people in Dua? Victor Duarte, they asked when is the diaspora office meeting. Okay. So we don't send a Zoom, not to salon again. Also we don't see. But I can't tell this story first quick. This na Sylvia Olainka Blyden the right. It's a thank you, my dear sister Fatima, for bringing me this your Creole sister, for meet and chat with and shake hands. Shake the hands of Pope Francis at the Vatican this morning. During the time where he request for meet with you, for tell you thank you for your global advocacy will lead to the United Nations November 18 declaration. The picture of the meeting with the Pope, now the Vatican na then get for release them. We mean to say they're not agree let them go inside with their own phone or whatever, or they're not agree for take pictures. All right. Meanwhile, they are blind and put a picture of him standing, of her standing, with the aides of the Pope inside the immediate entrance of the inner office. I will show you that picture just now. He put the Salon flag and the Vatican flag. Say today, that'll be a beautiful day. He proud for be from the country we achieved this remarkable November 18 way. That day, worldwide now, na resolution through the advocacy of the First Lady Fatima Bio and President Bio and Nigeria. Nigeria too was very instrumental in letting this happen through the First Lady advocacy. And we say na Zoom, eh? Okay. Well, we can choose now, Naya. When we want for do am. It will be on a Sunday, though. When we want for do am. Let us choose and quick before begin count to panelists them. Who still for do the Zoom? Since we be done the talk, but I'm last suggest the date. Next Sunday the 27th. Eh? Next Sunday the 27th of November. We can get a Zoom. What time? All they come with two panelists, then they are going to give the comment and go. So don't agree say next Sunday about the time. Ibrahim solicitor one for say thanks because I know the person we in RAV4 be lost na CID. Just like how we own brother now in interview Mutkado lost na CID. Eh? Wait, you don't get them back. Matenobi, the Zoom na for the diaspora office. Who say for the app we save na the diaspora. But at what time we forget the Zoom? Even Smith Sailor not forget say World Cup. At time, well, like that too. And say game go they play. Eh? Well, it's a good one for the First Lady. A good one for the First Lady. For able for champion this to the end. And it's been recognized. Victor Doty says 7 p.m. 7 p.m.? Which time that one day? Because I don't forget to get to people in back in Europe. We go people in Europe, so let's not forget that. For the one in the UK, if we say 3 p.m. for we in New York, 3 p.m. and the one in the UK, it will be 8 p.m. Is that okay? Next Sunday. One for use New York time and UK time. New York time and UK time. 3 p.m. New York time, 8 p.m. UK time. Is that okay? We'll push and go up or count and under. Let's get confirmation them, yeah? For first diaspora office meeting, yeah? The banks will say game go did that 10. So stand the game. Una how they look game. Who stand the game? Una comment. Now they follow. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
This wonderful weekend. I want to say happy weekend to all we listeners all over the world. Of course, for the summary of the week, I think inside this week we talk about ECSL and provisional result. And of course, we want to encourage people and when they do the exhibition, let people then go verify their names, them let will come out back in numbers. For them able to ensure say them go verify the information, so we then provide so that the results will go to the next stage. Another thing we will talk on the gender bill with them passing a parliament. Even though some of we may get a little bit critical view on that, say not only for the educated elite, one that myself within a village. Let's say get right. Let's say get the opportunity for also get interest, let's get right for Sinapdi. We see say one of the parliamentarians they bring serious concern from your own constituency. And remember also I be talk say I wish na so we parliamentarians them for the behave for make the code and get any bill with the one pass na parliament, then go and discuss some seriously with their constituency so they can get the constituency go add their own voice, not only within the political party say. Another thing again we'll talk about inside this week. Now the SLP, Sierra Leone Police, they install GPS tracker na some of the motorcar. We applaud that venture and also we encourage them for not only stop and the motorcar in our western area, even the new motorcar they say them forget. I think end of this month or next month we say we want for see say they're able to install the trackers then day. But me one point one want for end up with AAA since na summary of the week. Now the high cost of living in our country. I just they follow the comments. Somebody they text say from Freetown to McKinney na 100,000 right now. Imagine almost people will able to forget that kind of money then they. Now just Freetown to McKinney. Can you imagine what you go tell for go Kabbalah, for go Kono, for go them far and provincial towns them. So the government really need a police now. The government will they talk to. You see, when you follow the IMF conditionality, it will continue for degrade Africa. Now this make we can tell people, we development people, expert, the way they tell people, they say, if you depend on doing or somebody will they give you, then call them paternalism. That person in they dictate your life. Now so it happen. It not mean say government not for subsidize for fuel, for the price candle. But because this government, before they can have power, they don't condemn the previous government. Now that make IMF me pull out by the previous government themselves. Because the previous governments not ever agree for reduce or for put subsidy per fuel. But this government, made them in the opposition, they use them as a campaign strategy or stick. Now, at the end of the day, they pull all subsidy from fuel. So what did they happen? Now that make the cost of fuel they increase every other week or month. Now see almost it don't go. And fuel like the hub where they propel the economy. Anytime you put 1 cent per fuel, it affects all the other prices them. And now we see so. Now they don't add per fuel. Every other price they go up. And it's sad. Now the poor man will continue for suffer because that politician, that parliamentarians, they hardly buy gas. Then they give them. So the poor people they continue for suffer. So may they call upon the government. Certain time when they, put politics aside, look at the reality in a ground and help the people. If so, then people will continue for celebrate governments then. But I'm afraid because up till today, if you check the cost, the basic rice, it's going up. And the government is doing nothing for ensure say they reduce them price and worst of it, look the budget, then create opportunity now for add more tax. What do they feel that? Now the layman, because the businessman, when he add tax per business, the more, now the person where they can buy the final consumer, now they feel the pinch, now they feel that pain. So we really call upon the government, they ensure say they put the country first, then put the citizen them first, so that Sierra Leone will be the Sierra Leone world they look for. Now that's my main take for the week. Thank you very seriously. We're not all on the line.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
Right.
Let's bring come Tony. Let we waiting na your summary for the week. Welcome on board, Tony. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kusha and Kambo, Fabulem. I wish you all a happy and blessed weekend. I'll go start with the first one. Let me go start with now. One for commend the office of the vice president. We always they talk about investment and having investment in Sierra Leone, just like when you may talk where you open the program or may talk. It faces a lot of challenges, and the challenges that we face, especially for presently or currently, the exchange with difference. You get what I mean by say, if you go into manufacturing, you understand? Some of the goods them we want for manufacture, the other things, them raw materials, them we know the produce in Sierra Leone. And for every time we You want for go procure your raw materials, prices, they change. How will they change? Remember, say you dey sell the products na salon na in Leone you dey sell. At the end of the day, you get for convert the Leones for $1. You understand? And for every time where you dey change that dollar, the Leones into dollar, there is that inflation we cannot take place or difference. Then call out exchange rate difference when I expense to your business. So which means for every time we do business, just like we the oil company, they face the same problem. For every time we can sell down where they want to go buy back, the exchange rates don't go up and it affect them. So basically your capital, they either you take from your reserve for let you full up the money, or either you get for take from your profits. So for every time where you have to go pay, where you have to go buy back, where you have to go order, so it's a lot of challenges. But there was a meeting where they get this to the 17 way pass through where they try to talk to business people that where they operate in Sierra Leone and talk. And the whole thing was the theme was say empowerment and entrepreneurship fair. And how you empower people, then basically they have to put the structures. And definitely they discuss on them things then they. Somebody like in this program say Saloma no they pay debt. I feel say Saloma they pay debt. Most of the companies then where we get we don't operate in Sierra Leone and microcredit institutions then the problem that they staff them. I'm not gonna name names, but I know companies then where they operate in Sierra Leone now the staff themselves say they can't meet the people that where they give loans say if you give me this money, we will wipe them off in the system for you. So when you look about that again, a corruption. You understand? The same thing we talk about. Not for say the people that are not ready for pay the loan we then take. They're ready for pay, especially the people that go take them like credit, like them finance loan and this and this, like what credit bank become. But the people that are already inside they come in to say, Abraham, I know say you take 100 million. If you give me 30 million, but that money or waiting, I tell me man they were inside. We will go wipe off the system for you. So at the end of the day, then business and then companies and they see people that know they know the money, they reflect, but the names and they disappear. So you get for take a proper accounting people, but the way actually no system. We're not just we're not like a system auditor. Where they do pure forensic audits, and we not get. And I think we don't begin get system auditors, and now we the audit system. We're going to go inside and see some of them things here they wipe them off now the system. But if we have to check them things and they by paper, you don't even able to identify them corruption in it. So most of them things are not for people that know how to pay debts, then they pay. But when you get insiders, then where they come always come to say now so, then they call some of them things then they. So if we as Sierra Leoneans, as we say, if they ask the way forward, how can we turn things around in Sierra Leone? I feel say there is stability in Sierra Leone, just like when somebody say stability, there is stability. If you compare, make you always compare Guinea and Sierra Leone. If you want to compare Salone and Guinea, you will look and say Guinea unstable because of the military regime they get and frequent changes of power. But you look at their economy. One thing before businessman invest, you get to look in return on investment. Am I going to get my money back? When you look into Sierra Leone, the context of in terms of landscape and we market size very small. So for make you do business as Salone, make you get that quick turnover, it's very difficult. So if you look at other markets, you understand, like let's take for example Guinea and Sierra Leone. Why make you say cold storage and close down Sierra Leone? When you get lot of opportunities, you're able to control your economy. You understand? They give rise for more investors. So if you say the government here, when they talk about this current regime now, so many things they do in there for the one, the last time I said it here. They do for liaise with the commercial banks them or the other banks them with they able for give loans to Sierra Leoneans them. Even though I just highlight one problem, but make them get system in place where they're able to make sure say when they give them loans here to people them, people that pay back and then pay at a reduced rate, let them get a reduced interest rate. So if you want to do business, like where they live in the diaspora, you want to do business or you want to partner with somebody on ground, at least if you get 50% now, the person is in a salary will get 50% na bank. We're not going to do business. We're not going to enjoy large scale economy. Because mind you, some of the challenges we face again in Sierra Leone. You get Sierra Leone where you say, me want get, I want invest. No. If you look at the advantages and disadvantages of sole trader and partnership business, there's way more benefits when you go into a partnership business than being a sole trader. Most Sierra Leoneans, I tell you for facts, one for fee say, now me get that business day. Now me get that business. And most times as they're sick, something happen or somebody defraud them, the business they go down. It go down seriously, or then they very sometimes they discourage. But if we learn as Sierra Leoneans for begin say, okay, we want to set up a business, and we know they do business as usual, but we get all documentation, all legal documents in place. Say, if me it's only no day, stuff like anything do me, my family or somebody when I'm next of kin, we're able for still they part of the business and run the business. Most businesses the world is in Sierra Leone. I can always use some King services, for example, when you get Kimbima Hotel, although a partner, you still get shares there. When you want to do, you want with salon mentality, you want more. A lot of these Guinean guys, the way Misabi, Nakonakri, they come together, then put resources together, and go bring container of things, them goods. If they see a rest they want, if they see that this thing, then they fast move over commodity goods, like your bus, your basic things that we people in the eat. If I say the business they go well because what's in it, they get partnership. You put 1 million, this put 1 million, we can put 1 million, no, we can put 10 million. Now money down there. You must be going into a business, but most Sierra Leone, one problem with it. I'm to do this. No. If we start for beginning a partnership business with a legal document and everything, like no say somebody they do this kind of business, you already when we are going to a large scale, it's much more advantageous. That's one thing. Even though we capital not there, but when you get people pulling resources together, it gets major things then. Then people then go to come together, open hospital and salon and provide what the gumbo now say, let government get, now we get a diagnostic machine. 10 Sierra Leoneans, where they would not the diaspora, we get money, or we go say, okay, let us do a business plan or business proposal. Everybody counts $50,000, or everybody counts $20,000. We go, the Ghana or the company, and they happen in Ghana. They are partnership. Most of these businesses in Ghana, they are partnership business. Even maybe in Guinea, they are partnership business. How many partnership business do we see in Sierra Leone? Before you want to do business, this is practical. I know 3 guys that when they do transport business, then they rent both Ghana and tell those days. 3 guys, they were friends. What happened? You understand? Because we know they do business. Like say we want to let this business continue. If down the way do accounting, call and go in concern. We do business because let me get a business. No, I want to bring one. I get a conversation with the former Total, the MD, Total Petroleum na Salon. Me and them one job we almost get with them. The guy tell me, he said one big problem we totally face with Boko of the station or they get fuel. He said Salomon go prefer he go buy jeep, he can park at the petrol station and fuel not even day. The man take like he compare Fulaman them when Fulaman they do business. He only let you see Fula petrol station in a salon, they not get fuel. If they stop for sale, basically the same na scarcity in the market. But the man this is the MD for Total. He said most of them, young man, they will get petrol station. He said as the business begin grow small, then take some of the capital go buy jeep. Now that's only then desire will come for buying motor car. So at the end of the day, the fuel station that they run. So as Sierra Leone, when they talk about mentality in doing business now, so a lot of things get for change. This is not about government now. Guinea get instability, but there is the business, the dollar rates they don't. Because the business landscape, the private sector, very active, heavily active, airport very busy. We get a stable economy, I would say a stable economy, you understand, because instability no day for this government they in power, you understand. But what's happening with your business landscape? It's all self. Even when it comes to government contract, what you talk about. Now few people that wait there inside and they get the contract. So when you look at the business landscape, a whole lot of things get for change. It's not about government. You can change government today. The government cannot give the answer to everybody in problem. But we as Sierra Leone and the diaspora, there's so much we can tap into. So many gray areas in Sierra Leone. If Sierra Leone allows for go into partnership business, we're going to talk about master farms then in Sierra Leone. We're going to talk about big institutions the way they bring money. Even Sierra Leone where they die, so Sierra Leone and they will believe say get the capability. Can say we with 10 or with 50. We want form partnership. They take over Sierra Leone. Before you go outside foreign account taker, we they take over a lot of things. But we don't have that mindset. Sierra Leone not just believe in doing business. We just feel saying, no, if you do business, they will kill you. Oh, they will this. We fool with business with so negativity. And there's one thing in investment, so investment say, it said the higher the risk, the higher the returns. There's no way where you don't want to take risk, you waiting. If you don't take risk, you don't get. You understand? So we get for land from that side where we get for beginning to say, okay, we want to do business as well. We want to change the metrics. We want to change this whole order. How we go before one we country. So many opportunities, so many. Look, go to the not to beach with the for talk no more. So many, even most of the eggs that they eat in Sierra Leone, they're imported. 70% of the eggs that we Sierra Leone they eat Sierra Leone and they eat imported. If you say you not get Sierra Leone as a we capable for country together and say who they go start poultry in Sierra Leone, it go everybody want to say na me want for good one. And you don't get that kind of economy there. You don't get that kind you don't get that kind of capital there. Capital there. But if we learn to begin going to partnership business, you get people in a salon with an area where they do very well. You understand? I mean, take the problem with salon now because we just say myself. Let me do this. Let me do this. No. We get for land for going to partnership. It's so many things then. So many things then. Because the economic let's say we say the more the merrier, or the more people bring resources together, you enjoy large scale economy. If you want for produce, also when we go into production, definitely. If you want to want for becoming manufacturer, they can't make Poland spring then you want to make standard business. But we don't like to do business. You just go no more, you go to 5 months, if you say, oh, that's not business. No, it's not business. It's not sustainable. Somebody will take the months, not pay you. We don't. You understand? You have to people that didn't get in mindset, but it's just being selfish. That's what me take Abraham. I feel so we careful. It's got to encourage that kind of partnership business for me to enjoy large scale economy because sell together business. You don't get able for yield so much capital. You don't get able for yield so much profits. You don't get able for yield so much dividend. No, but when you get people that come together, form capital, go make sure say there is legal documents in place, Abraham. Say me too. I like you then you don't reach us if you go salon to buy. You know say that is small business where they run a salon. Say you get shares. We're in a partner. If every year on share dividends, if you must get something. That's me take. A lot of business where they suffer in a salon that because myself watch them. It's a business. Look some king services. Why can you always take us as we take on? Them one. We start for pay loan to local commercial bank. They're not able for service loan. That's when assets come inside and buy shares. And I make the proposal. He almost lost the investments. Now, assets they run Tulum or whatever. They don't change the name now, say from Kimbima to Waiting. So we get for land that innovation. They go to the way they can now pursue. Then they happen. Happiness, salon, we get for encourage two things: partnership and the banks them, government get for liaise with the banks them, or government get for control the banks them, make the banks to be able to give rate and reduce interest rates. Rates that people are able to afford. Then they happen at consider the more you credit good na then consider you Apple what they call you someone you go for payback. Very low. The more you don't know say you trustworthy, the more the percentage they reduce, the more your interest rate they reduce. I mean, I'm take sorry for being. I mean, I've left on that point Saturday, but I feel say we get for land for going to partnership business. So we want to change the business and take over for them because I mean, in summary, if we do business in large scale, what's in happen? You employ more people. Government say go get money because it will pay tax. People must pay income tax. People must pay other taxes. If a manufacturing things say you must pay excise duty. Government must get this. So government go for coming back and give concession. Government go for give some tax breaks because you know say this business in a salon man they get her. Or the people in the diaspora they get this business. You know what I mean? So many advantages when we in the diaspora can tap into a salon, not just one man business. So many. Partnership business, people come together, put big money together, legal documents, everything. They go look for outside, you know, say this time niche or this time what you know. It's so many opportunities, Abraham. So many. I think so many opportunities there in salon.
I thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yes, friend, welcome on board, sir. Your summary for the week.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA, for giving me the platform, and thanks a lot for talking through. Especially in terms of business and the people and trustworthy in the salon. Regarding all the events that happen in the country. So we also thank the listeners and viewers. Regarding this issue, we usually talk about people and honesty, how for open business and the challenges what they face in terms of business is very much a concern where the government get for looking to. But what most times the government has visited can fail in some areas. Now when they can always opt out areas where they say we develop for local get fairness. especially that intergeneration. We say they talk of different people, different age, different groups, and even different type of business. And when you do business with generation, if you look between the gap, and we own nation and intergenerational family lifestyle we get. What does that mean? You get the daddy, the grandpa, the grandmammy, the grandpikin, the uncle, they all they live inside the same family house. Most of the time, you can get a percentage the day. Not to all places, then, but another type of culture we get. So all the one and they get for look into the how you bring business, how you bring development, especially when you try for say now they do development at the earmark particular region. Now they want to go do me delivery. Now they want to go do me delivery for agriculture. La gonna can be a mambolo. And they want to go do me delivery make a go na toma bomb. Now yanda want to go do me delivery for make palm oil la go na Masanki. Now you want to do me delivery for plant granite and go this area. So you get for do all them things and if you see interchange in their region and then based on the people and own age and class and waiting then the demand with the culture. But if you look first, waiting as this really affect the business and salon. One area where you talk about the tradition, people and culture, where you see we hope you want shop, other person know can do. When you look, people and attitude again is very funny. You see, even when in those days people like in day overseas, you come from abroad, even the thing we person don't go buy now Congo or they shop the way they see Congo so they get them for the now. So you go buy them they on a cheap thing. You see something a real thing we even original pass sometimes the thing when the person buy come out here is send. But most time with that buyer say, okay, because of the person don't come over and see me buy whatever the value of it now, as long as he pull an over see me take I give it at my hand, that one they add the value and pass any other thing, except not and the quality no good. But the point of that was that idea of saying always want something far fetched, something really far, something foreign want and they come. But that concept they go only pass away if you look into that local content policy where they been introduced 2016. Where in traders they encourage them for them to buy products so then they make locally. But how they go buy the product here locally when you know be able to do that intergeneration, we go able to do fairness of your distribution, of your development, where they then go able to stabilize and become a kind of market value so that they go able to get that value chain where they go able to produce for get money for kind side. So that thing can always affect. But when you're looking to that thing and how you distribute, then you don't see how you they go become somebody who will protect the retailer. And you just say that process back, you get for get that protecting the retailer. Then you get for look at the wholesale and retailer act and policies them. You get the one who are the content one in there. We you have to protect one and but you get for know again that chain work of the market because the chain work of the market now even the issue of the bank not even understand so much for them able for distributor for the money we then they send out we will say we will meet up either in a microcredit form or in a form of SME for them we give them your loan for them we go before or any other method we go apply or you apply say the one where the bank may apply with them they bring 500 million. What is it then go help for the store, the business and other things then? When they give this 500 million as part of government for them to stabilize revenue, mobilize expenditure, all that things. Then we get a lot of things the government will prioritize. But when you see how that 500 million become, without the what he be able to do, he be able to stabilize the budget, he be able to stabilize the market, or he be just come add up more issues and way the interest rate will aim for reduce, you know, being get the goal of them. But at the time look say government can always get an approach of expenditure approach or rather than an infrastructural developmental approach. And when they do a developmental approach, development approach, you therefore first of all put the expenditure approach at a point wherein you go don't get all the things that we call for if na business, if na institution open, if na something industry for open, or if na sell for inject to make go develop, you get for don't get all those places of procurement, all those places in place. But when you can miss out certain things, and you see say most time money they go, then the outcome not delay. You see that government give back then you want to form You see back at some point, we don't see the economy grow. But during this process, we don't see they don't get domestic revenue wouldn't demobilize, but we don't get shock of the supply shock because of either Ebola, Corona come, you get the war, you get all those events them. But you always opt out the area where you go say, make them do something when a thing will destabilize. In other words, you forget stability approach. With this where he approach IFIB and the approach day when however even the price and they go, but he says no value they come up in the markets, IFIB, then they demand that. Then they demand that at the market. So whatever shock comes because of the demand of that product today, so when I put stability for that production day, and the AOCC, wherever the shock come, that means products they don't invest per, they affect them. Because we say they always meet with the market price and they always meet with the global price. Even though when they affect the interest, the other things, but because of I get that approach, I don't put stability approach. We say that these are the key, that this amount, that this annual they produce, and that this when they produce, they sell this amount for then you go cancel. So I don't see the money of investment it is. So I put that money they directly there. So if they cover the gap of other areas them for a particular time, but this is so good they go. But the things they are mostly associated omit from them areas of development where you can see it can lack. Because when you see areas like the 34.12 million would have been spent on the Tumabom, for example, that have been big cash. But you look at another example where they mention like Kenya they get irrigation program where they say smart water for agriculture. Then you get an irrigation system where they put inside the program there, it costs just a little bit low or less than $1 million. So $1 million, less than $1 million, they're not able to cater for more than about 500 farmers for irrigate. So you see, say the project lasts for 1 to 2 years, they don't finally done that dam there for irrigate so that water go they go. But we initial promise was say that 34.12 million for let tomorrow will get irrigation and other things. But the outcome of it of 34, we now 1 million so if we don't get an irrigation, we will now go see well now we copy. Now we go find a model. What is we model who apply here or who for apply. Now that things and then when they go copy for we report out irrigation what in a Kenya we could go see how they manage and spend that money there. So who say when you go come, we will able to spend that money. That 33 or even 32 we'll go for other things and then we will do inter-regional. We will get that intergeneration where we will see the generation they wouldn't deal at Kabbalah, generation wouldn't deal at Kono. Then we're able to forget some of this. We will know in agriculture towards them because we know what's in the grow under, we know what's in the grow under, we know what they need. So if they put it, if they try to mobilize the economy in a form where they always formit that economic growth there. Because when you get for let the economy expand, you get for bring something where they always bring out for them to expand. But the market system where you opt out, wherein the law for the market system. As I begin, you're not able to forget them law and the way they protect. Now you get the market system where the policy where in 1969, where the retailer and the wholesaler they all get law. You get the wholesaler where they import goods to the salon, and when they import them goods there, then they also get another sub station of a shop there where they sell back retailing. The same person where they do the wholesale and import, now in they do back the retail. So what thing it cause? It cause a shock to the one they own at the other generation, now own at the peddler generation, the young one them, because we try to protect them. And remember, then they pay their dues towards any revenue. Because if not able to go retail again, the price where you may retail again, because you are the wholesaler, like you are the retailer. Because when you go into that Ibanisman shop, if you know that Ibanisman, he also own part of the import produce. And you get that retail thing the way you go retail. Sometimes you go retail and buy 6, you go retail and buy this, people and they buy can't sell back. So you see that chain work, they say the economy they grow. So when you they push that economy, that money the way they say they sell for them microcredit, and also it is the trade of farm for them to multiply, what they day. All the time people are not going to get in money. You dey see even the fisherwoman dem wey dey ask them recently, you dey see say the capital money na more, e dey always go back for go dig or can cover hole, because when you don sell, you know dey meet up because of one, the inflation. Whatever you dey try for manage that inflation rate now, wey you the bank governor no dey try for regulate, say that thing now we for put in place so that we able for get things we go dey, we really know all na the bank na the government no dey ever give them, then you raise the money they get from wetin dem dey sell one property wey dey cover the country in terms of the minerals. So you see all the things here, because you know they interchange them. You know they get actually that coordinated response. When you talk about, say, if you're a trader, you're a trade business, you know this is not what I mean for put the police. Allow look into tourism back. Make I look into this other area. Make I look into the anything when they relate to buy and sell. So it go able for work. If you have energy, anything, you see say they coordinate one another. You know what's in a million, they push me your idea for go before. But government just will look into that wholesale and retail area where in that policy they get for challenge and strict them. It will be very difficult because some of them now they don't become citizens. Some of them they don't born peculiar in the country. So because of that, they're eligible for them to do retail inside that one day. So I didn't know say you for look say, well, if the device might don't come, actually they help something, one thing they do this, but you go for question, I'll say, waiting na the employment rate and the beneficial rate will go get directly from there you want invest in the business. Not that they try to marginalize and say they're not useful because they've been there as part of business alongside. When you get for know how you get for create back place where the million home-based people they go get have any follow them to do. Because right now we don't get franchise business as alone. The franchise system is very delicate. Because when you look at even the indicator, when I starting a business indicator, we actually they score 90 something in percentage. But when you look at the amount of country them, now out of 198 and 190, now 58%, now 58 out of them who they score a bit high for start business as alone, that ratio they within. But when you look at all the other factors that they make sometimes within that level, they were in the fear of franchising where you go say you go sell this product here under me own name and then you protect them and end up under that so-called trade barrier where you say you protect your business in name. So all these kind of things in terms of business strategy that they therefore look to. But now mainly the area of wholesale and apart from the tax in a separate issue, but the chain work of the business where they talk of the business in chain work, that problem they would still get where in the wholesale they still did the retail and then you just forget back on the retail and when they go buy to that retail they forget retail again. So the final consumer they can't get that product they get them right. And they get one grain type of product where protect certain products them. If you say toothpaste, you will get different brands of toothpaste dried down. Not like in those days for business they can't want to have few know what they can. But now you see different products of a particular things like sugar, is like this. I just give an example of things that I want. Sugar might not be, but I just call sugar. But any product you will see them be different because of all them measures and they in place. So you see the demand and supply, you change them. And the people that buy and sell wine, they change them. Apart from even the level of people and money where they get, will they change the purchase power back because you don't put money in again on a house. If they change the salary in value from towards what you will expend, they work. So these are all the things the government therefore they look into that area of business chain work, how they will able to protect the retailer so that the wholesaler will get your own barrier. You go get shop again, you go see the shop I go retail, you probably can use them for sell wholesale. So that they will create now the one where they go say that market, that new market when they build so will be for two type of trade now, like the one they only retail and the one they now waste some time they retail in terms of measurement. You can get different produce. So produce you have to measure them either by cup or by liquid form or by some this or by cereal weight. But all this is how government get for look into how they were able for help for disclose the value of the trade and people that were able for profit in terms of business output. Then the other area now more again in terms of this for the economic in grow one day for day. Government now they system they can come inside and all the things there because during this them so-called micro and quick action economic response, then in therefore don't incur beaucoup money from the bank and central bank and the World Bank and other things it brings me now to that debt. Because the debt there now, the fear is that this will intergeneration back. Now the generation all this so now we don't get behind, then therefore left debt plan for the other generation. So you carefully always careful as a government again, where you didn't move with a generation, make you not allow that generation they move with a problem for the coming generation. Or you already you for left that problem for the coming generation. So then we don't know about anything, if they not can meet up infrastructure and we don't build on good day, but they not can meet depth again, we get for start all over again, how they get for go. So these are the things you don't follow. So when they go take them debt there, you don't know how they can put them. For them go diverse, so they go develop. But when you don't get 34.12, don't go in vain. You get for go start back 500 million, don't go under the World Bank, don't give it this. You get for start all over again. We see even the youths and go forget them. So recently, so new one they give a different name. But when you give them different name, we give them with a different model. The model we use today, you change them so much that you get for understand that any time you will move, you get for know about how you get for develop. But that one the end one get for look into how they go able to do intergeneration development with different age and different category, and based on we own culture we'll get, we'll be seeing that lifestyle they live, and looking at we own concept we can get for them to understand business, we are able for know understand business gradually. Because people in the way get understand business, you give them that avenue, that platform they for them, we're able for exercise them. But you know we'll create a way where people then get for calm, then they create problems. I don't want to go into something where I know of two what I just learned of recently, but I don't know if I will just brief them out because that line of something where they bring with everybody know about what they call this a Bitcoin, with a digital and invisible money we know they ever see. But the issue of Bitcoin, I only hope the government get for look into how they will get for regulator that particular country day, because I don't know why the other institution they can't close or they want for sell. I don't go name, but I will just maybe have a topic for that. But the point is that was this particular name of this institution. I therefore look through and what's the name. We mix by this business one this cryptocurrency and this particular institution I want 90 calls one for sell people sell them this business to somebody else. So but I just hope say and we know what are the cryptocurrency in present situation in the world where one door closed down recently, but all that be like something in detail but I just advise it the government try look into that area they back the policy we then will try put. I know they say they work. I know they say not to think where they did, but not think where it look risky. And I don't know if not for that they cause liquidity where they say but don't lost for that particular institution, they want a big financial institution, but like the name it makes and buy this year. But I know they say their name mix and buy this thing at salon, but then they close the salon. So if you look the story between it, I don't know what's in the one, but I know just never is suspense. Let government just try look into that Bitcoin area within the go on day. And apart from that now, they got try help with leaders them. So the small economy will get, we know we just the day no more, we know we get anything what people will inherit of a style, structure, infrastructure, or anything we will able to become something we will able to inherit. Anything we probably inherit them, and then they look into mistakes or they don't learn from particular thing, not to just become with a model, you can do una afterthought. Afterthought, you look for review, and the afterthought we don't review, you look see that so at the front, that's how we develop good before. But let God help with leaders and let God help with nation so that waiting they go on in terms of like the rural areas who they see in the canal, the traffic line, all those things, they just they work on a particular ratio. We know they see the ratio they work in a way where will affect the people in a ratio where this is on time when they know waiting I don't know outcome. But we get what they get wearing and they know who that then because they say they don't introduce them for no who that then are the owners or the one day where they involve into business so that people they know will just help in business, they only know the one day we involve in the business. So that neither the thing again, the one day we open business, they know where they involved in the business. So God gave for help with nation for go before. Thank you very much. Let God help with nation. So that disclosure, ownership, and avoidance tax, then go try for look into them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
Yeah, welcome, yes, sir.
want to say thanks to all we panelists them. The phone line open now. We get 2. I don't know if they're ready. We start to the panelists them. We'll start to the sub panelists them. Are you guys ready? So then now I'm go begin calling now. Don't always them again. Because let's say World Cup will begin tomorrow. I they begin calling now. If they're ready. Yes, now I'm they call now. Are you ready, sir?
You didn't make any laugh, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you to the first 3 panelists. Then we not to solve. We just can be and we give you a little bit. You know, Triple A, let's just end up take Usai to the end in terms of partnership business. Now, team, even like this, we sell a network charity. We can turn them to business. Where we create if not farming, wherever we would contribute to open farm. Now instead of people that they contribute now every month, we use that now for employ people and do other things. If they see their charity with them continue, and what could they do? When they turn into business. 2, Salon African Sierra Leoneans do not believe in long-term business. We greed. We want that quick money. Quick profit. AAA, they see businesses in a country like Delaware, when a 4, 5, 6 generation. Now they look the Golden State Bridge. We got one pier now then called the Santa Monica Pier. The power we make them dirty don't eat in body. Now in Grand Pikin and the pan. They enjoy it today. We get one hamburger stand now then they call In and Out. Now, great grand beginning and they enjoy them because the problem is they tell them where it's possible they do them here. It not be the run for that quick profit. It be the do them where employ people learn, not make the price too high, not do things and where the cause where the business go out of business. Okay. But Christian Unions are when they do business, if they spend $5, they want to get $2,000. Business never works so. That now another thing with the Hamburg we again with businesses then. We will talk about loan. Okay, for me, why the bank really trust the Lebanese? Not supposed because they like them or because maybe not because they're not Boku, but the Lebanese when they trust them they pay back. Then they give the money back. So when they give, then they give them back just like here. How you able to get good credit? How you get good credit? Now, when you take, you pay. I go from Armenian guys, and if the area outside the world, the entire area, AAA. But also Armenian guys, and then guys, and they get big businesses. And one time, everybody the one that say, how then Gaia? Their country not rich. Even the Korean, their country not rich. Then Gaia knock out money. How they do get money? One guy will tell me, so the problem is, when then Gaia come, they go to bank, then take a loan. When they take a loan, even if the business not come out well, then they find hard for make sure then pay. And when you pay bank, you go back. Now you've been take 100,000, you pay. Now when you go for 200,000, then they give you, and then they give you with a lesser interest rate. We've seen other people that they say this over and over. They're not used to that. We know they pay debt. AAA. We're not used for pay debt. We look for take. Everything if be free, we don't use that free system. Now, I come for them quick to everything we talk about today. We self, I don't say this time without numbers. We the people of Sierra Leone, now a reflection of our attitude, now they show so to the politician. We don't clean up to ourselves. AAA, me last year, 2020, end of 2020, I buy my wife be the cheap things for sale. They send them to young family. Now I tell them, say, listen, you need to do so. Myself help, give me some, let me send to me and sister. He grumble, but eventually give me. I take them to here, I ship them to my small sister, about $6,000 to $7,000 worth. Last year I was going to Freetown. The woman go tell me, say, hey, that market he said, you don't try. He said, I don't know myself they take, I had to go give me, I had to go buy. they sell, they make small profit. Now I say, well, good. The own profit will you make, will keep unto you. The head money, do at the end of 2021. Get at the old money, can't left and so side. What is sell or what is not sell, can't left and the things that will be the buy, I they put it on camera now. If they show me why they gonna destroy them. Triple A, we last year done beginning of this year. The lady now avoid me. Me I called to every single family member who are going to this woman complain to. Now me now turn to the bad person. Why I say if I reach my future, they call police for this woman. This na me one that is sister. Now me turn the bad person. Now me now them turn for you crazy. What's wrong with you? My sister they call police for. Now I say good. Last week my family member called me to talk. Now I say as far as me concerned, that woman the only way I know am na me woman picking. That's it. And my mind picking are the only way that they want know. So we dey talk, but everything politicians and government need to do this. Government triple it. That very idea that they with Tony can with partnership is boku a lot of companies in there. But the thing is, when they plan the partnership again, if me and you go into business, just don't go open an African. I bring in my nephew, I bring my sister, I bring my mama. You said bring your sister, you bring your nephew, you bring your cousin. The next thing is now the two they give at each other. Because you're going to tell your young cousin say, hey, na me uncle na put boku money. Then your uncles you now so they compete for thief. Yeah, they see businesses and people that they come together, but then they go sit down far. Now different people and then they operate for them. And then people understand the but Sierra Leoneans and then get this idea say, Usai can already. But you don't know say, if I come up in business now, me and you do run this business. The one day can we eat, if the business succeed, we can go all the way to years. Now they say we will profit now for sending you picking in a college, for pay you rent, but it really happen. So this now thing will go over and over, pound over and over. But let God help we just like what you say, but me, I don't know what any other person know, but me and they will be what they say. Me, I don't let God help you. You don't do well. I know be no sense, so you don't open. You don't do boat, you don't do taxi, now you don't go na farm. Me, when I'm count me out, I need a drum. Me own small while together. Me self to go sit on a salon. I eat half a day. The rest will be left. If not charity, I put on the. But I don't get less with reality. In fact, the worst people is when we want to be around right now. That's really. I hope they listen. My family member them. They're not good. If I want, I defend. If I able get that somebody where I know even know who I come out. I don't know which village we come out. They don't know me from Adam, where I trust. I they do business with them. The minute they do business with family member again. I don't buy Okada. The guy I buy the Okada gear. Not for myself, for him. 6 months, it was 1 month, now the Okada they take. The boy is sell the Okada 3 times less than what I buy the Okada gear. And I tell me, say, now buy the Okada gear. Being not be ride Okada. They said the begin line up on police. Hey, police, then the man me, police. How police go more than you in 1 month? They get past 5,000 Okada then a street now free talk. Now you know what the police them don't put you up. Then they say they call me back for buy keke for and that's if me don't buy Okada and not see better. Now like keke I go buy for you. You really forget me name sir. Thank you very much, my brother. I know say my brother say one take up. Let him come on.
Thank you very much, Umar. Now it's Saturday. If you don't there on Saturdays, you know. Eh? I don't know if the other one ready, but me the caller now. I don't know if in there with we or not. But you go make we know. You there with we, sir?
Leave me a message. I'll get back to you.
Okay, well, you say Lord left a message. Well, Umar don't stand in place for him. Now come with this other caller. Oh, okay. Look like say he don't come. You don't cancel? Hello? I'll see first one. I'll try again. If you do with 3. I thinking they try for call we they try for call them. I don't know if the assistant police will meet up soon. Okay, the phone line open. The phone line open. If you want to take part in the program, if you don't call you, they call you. Ezekiel, look like so they call you, they call we. I hear you.
For some reason, I try for call and I didn't get you.
Well, look
All
like
right.
say they call me, they call you. Well, you get the platform, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. You know, my brother definitely hint on the reality of waiting they happen in our country. You know, this trustworthiness, you know, now a big problem. Really big problem at the country. You know, I mean, you know, people are not even like they're not afraid even the agreement with and they get into, you know, because somebody can they into an agreement today for do business with you, you know, it go there per secret travel plan where you know. All the getaway they get and for that plan they now. By the time you know them, they don't left the country. Somebody where you feel say you be so rely on them, the agreement just fall apart. It just left and go. You know. So I think we young people I they always try to emphasize on the young people because anything where it happen now, for now we see changes the next 15 years, 20 years. Now we will there at this particular age now we for begin push hard. But if we all give up, say because one person been don't do this thing to me, so they give up, you know, then everything will continue for push backwards. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. The process is difficult. We all don't try. I mean, so many ways it fall apart. It's very difficult. You know, you put the family member then they not the same thing. In fact, not the worst because you know, they find it very difficult for take drastic measure against a family member. You know. And then you put another person in charge, not the same thing. If we find way disappear, you know, don't see some man that don't go, you know, follow that person then at the village, they threaten with and game. You know, one can lose in life, but money will not go even reach $5,000 after everything. So they run commodity and turn back. So it's really hard, you know. So young people, chance opportunity day for let somebody change your life. Or let somebody change your life. Then they. But a very rare. I meet one earlier this year a while ago. And today, we go far in a lot of things. You know, after he tell me his story and study and ask people and find out what he go through. And this now, even actually, not to Sierra Leone, he been do business with. This now, somebody from South Korea, even they send vehicle them. They send the vehicle, the boy they sell them, they send all the things there, they sell them. They put the money in the woman account direct. You know, the woman not been the pay him. He say, wait, he come back in a salon, he pay him. The lady come, we can see the money in the account. In back, he be surprised because he been done try in Sierra Leone several times with other people. As the money go in the account, that person they pull and he run away. where the woman go there, na zero na they meet. This was the first time he go and meet somebody, don't put na the account closer to $100,000. For pull that money there now and pay this boy, it begin for game again a story. Let him continue for expand the business. He said, well, I don't work for you to this point. Why you not go pay me now? Again, this foreigner now don't turn something else. So the boy, he go to him, pastor, the pastor, they tell us, say, left him. Patiently wait. As we they talk, so some group then just left because I recommended that boy the way them go to Freetown and they work with directly. Again, listen how we use Sierra Leonean people and they're so corny. The friend way they with na the house. Where them people here go introduce her to her. The guy come up here and now he begin to go within your plan to them people here. But if with the connection not been there, say yes, this not the right person for deal with. Now then can now. And it not be no secretly this guy was doing that. Now then can't tell her now say now so thing that man we introduce we look in plan we don't care with. But now you they recommended now you go work with. If you honest, no matter people then go pass on by you, then go call you name, then go do all kind of things. But if you honest and patient till the end, you go succeed. You go succeed. So the one that way then they try for do honest thing right now, way then they barb your face, even the way they do the right thing, then they still they wrong you, and no one let you give up. Continue for doing. Continue for doing because in the end of your success, you get forget this story for tell, so that you could teach other people. If you not patient and undertake all this rigorous process, you not get no story for tell. Wait and do me up. I just pass up and they accommodate. Well, that story they I know they try for put ghetto people at Bieno, but na ghetto you go to talk because you not patient. Because the big one for don't come. The small one way then do to you, you wrap up everything and close. It not they work that way. When you then look at some of the history books them in terms of Quran, Bible, just check the big names the way they succeed. Just check what thing happened in their life. Check the life of Joseph. Check the life of Moses. Neglected people thrown away in their process to greatness. They lay down their life of literally Joseph. But guess what? During that process, fully Matthew, he say, I don't know. No, he continue for do the right thing. As a result, he sit down at the throne. So you wait, they try for do the right thing right now. I want to be patient. Do them with all you had. Patiently keep working. Then continue for work and tell your story. The right people then will come and your life get for change. If we continue for do that, now so we will continue for change things them around. Thank you so much, Triple L. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yeah.
If I line open, no. If we don't call we they call you now. If you say one take part, the phone line open. If not, Daniel Leon stand by. Are they ready? For can give you the updates. Salon, the land that we love. You call me from Australia, we're returning your call. Watch your phone. Lalanda, they ask for the phone number for call. Look at your screen. You go see the phone number they did for call. If we're good, in the next 5 minutes, we'll come with Daniel Oldfield. May can give you the sports update. I guess we don't do well. We don't try. The chairman. Lo nak na yon de mot. Mamsi. I don't see you. The World Cup na Qatar. Ha. Not try you. The chairman, watch your phone. I look like see. I feel say no more. You set for we, sir?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will do a short one because I'll do a short one, bro.
You get the platform, sir. Welcome on board. The chairman himself, Daniel Oldfield.
Well, people them Carolinians back home and within the diaspora, Sound Network Radio, and Daniel Oldfield's corner. Me not the waste me time. Me not the waste me time. Really, waiting the research they be for silent because again, we to 3-0 with Algeria beating. Me no mind. I don't mind about being a beat team, but under the circumstances which they go, then keep them. They keep them. They not keep them. They hide them from the media. They hide them from Salonians. Pass them go bust at Dubai. Waiting and go do the other sponsor the trip. I try for listen. Desmond Payne, we colleague a message, an interview with the minister. But I've been busy. I've not been put too much attention there. But the bottom line is, Leone Stars then lost again to Algeria's beat team. There are lots of talk. But as I say, you know they move me again because we've said on this program times and again about what's in the happen with them people are. But so it is what it is. Until January, Leone Stars they begin back. The Nations Cup they begin January. The continuation of the Nations Cup for 5 weeks. So I will move on. Tomorrow, couple hours from now, we are go open and the long-awaited and pretty much controversial FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. Couple hours from now, they begin. And Africa will be represented by 5 countries. Senegal will be the number 1 country in Africa. We get Cameroon. We get Tunisia. We get Morocco, and of course we get Nigeria. Now them 5 countries they represent Africa. And fortunately this time around, now only indigenous of them countries the first way they coach all the team there, they're all now from the country there. Atuado, they're all now for Cissé, Aliou Cissé from Senegal. Now then they do so it good. At least we don't get with people other than expatriates. So also the one sad thing we done here, the most dependable player of Africa again, I would have been with hope. Sadio Mane will come on Liverpool, now he didn't Bayern Munich. Sadio Mane now lead Senegal, the Triangle Lions, to the Nations Cup now, Cameroon. Then I lead them back to qualify for this World Cup. But just 2 weeks ago, then Sadio Mane don't go get serious injury where he's been ruled out of the World Cup completely. Others did too, but Sadio Mane the talisman of African in sports reporting. He's the talisman of sports in Africa, football. So unfortunately we go miss him. Although we reached the Secretary General of FIFA, when a Senegalese Instead they say they for go do black magic, but in any work, black magic tell they work for football. As far as we know. So in any work. So we only hope that the other people, the other players them go work with the coach, Aliou Cissé, for let Senegal reach up to the equilibrium that they're able for do it and for do. If I can put them well tomorrow, in the next couple of hours, as I say, the opening ceremony will be held. We're supposed to be a classic one, will be held at the Al Bayt Stadium, na Alcor. That is the opening ceremony will be. After which, at the same stadium, the host, winner Qatar, then they take on Ecuador. That the first game down there. And on Monday, when at the 21st, Triple A team, Aruna Rashidi in team, England. They even get somebody with Mr. Johnson, and they all they support England. My paddy, Mr. James Johnson, you Aruna Rashidi, Triple A, you forget the station. Now all they support England. So England they play Iran. Then the very day Senegal when at Sadio Mane team they play Netherlands. Then on Tuesday, they go for the USA they play Wales, and Argentina they play Saudi Arabia. The groups are Group A will get Qatar, the host country, will get Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. Winner Holland. Group B will get England, Iran, United States, and Wales. Group C we have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. And in Group D we get France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. And Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Then F will get Belgium, Canada. We own Canada. We own Canada. Winner, this about the leader, Alfonso Davis. Tell God thank you. You enjoy it well. So then they lead with him. Will they play Belgium? Then are the same group with Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. And in Group G we get Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. And in Group H, the last group, you get Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. As I say, this World Cup is very much unpredictable. I mean, I can say the Qataris, they get so much problem, becoming lots of allegations about the human rights record, about people that we mostly we own people we die making this because just imagine that 8 stadium them. This stadium and they now bear in mind that Qatar, now desert place. But the car stadium is now the most expensive, over 200 billion. Nine spent for all the stadium, and some of the stadium they will be dismantled after the World Cup. So sometimes we sell, then we send on a saloon. If Shah network and people tell them maybe we'll go work rather than send because they will dismantle and go assemble the back. Then we will get the facilities for we because one game Sakasibi stadium will get. So then of course today again I told them a Glansana, the former SLFA, the former Leone Stars team manager and deputy we don't call for Blue Rangers. We're sorry for Ndaiwan. We hope and pray the family will be consoled. And let's see how the World Cup they go. And I don't know who side people they me no side they support all the African team there. And we hope say before long, after South Africa, another African team will come back. Triple, I don't know if you are at there, but Leone Stars, but me, I don't get too much time with Leone Stars. I don't know if you are at the limit to know because it's no use. It's no use, my brother. Go watch. Alternate, they take 50 people and they go. Alternate, they take 45 people and they go. Then they go between. Look how somebody and they go between. You are at them before I end up the program.
Yeah, it's rather unfortunate, you know. I don't know. I really not able to understand waiting na the rationale way Leone Stars they use. The last time I think I be done so just say me I want to believe say let we play first and house. Let we left this common first bar. Let we play with premier team them. Let we play them. Even if na by region, Let we play by region. Let we see what really they go on before they come out and all this. Look, this even this trip we go. They not give them blantigi updates, them blantigi list and everything. They not give. But the list will leak we come out now 51 man delegation and then go it.
There you go.
51 man delegation.
There you go. There you go, my brother. There you go.
Eh?
That is why AAA I decided for blackout and no report nothing. Because come on, man, you guys have been doing this over. When them come out, you don't believe. You know the thing when them do it. When them come out that South Africa, they go with a bulky delegation. The same delegation and go back na Morocco. Then go play for Bonfi. Then beat them and when they come. The minister got the audacity. They go begin for go marginalize the press. Go begin disrespect the media. What is that? They are then get locked one or two with them. Like that means before the cancer would walk out. That's what they do there. Charlie Bayon have been the most tempestuous team minister who be don't get. Charles Bayon, NPRC, will not cost will not feature. Welcome because you know respect the media. Will walk away. Not to you learn not to you learn graduate to South graduate. Not to you learn we book. Not to you learn we report what they do. So that makes you walk away.
Okay.
Walk away.
Then go with 24 players.
Yeah.
Technical team 13. 13 technical team done other officials. Then go with 13 back. Other officials.
Simply.
For go play this game,
Honestly,
we end up go take 3 notes man. Why we not go they play with premier team there if not by region chef we play?
Simple, my brother. Me, I don't mind warm-up matches. Warm-up matches is to prepare the team for.
Oh, they fly until fly will go spend big money on the big
I can't people Land. Warm-up matches are meant to prepare the team for bigger competitions. But in this situation, them purely get the soul. They get the soul idea and the head for make money. Because what you go take 51 man go do for waiting for friendly match. This has happened inside this year. No, it don't happen past 40. And the government, they turn a blind eye. The minister, the same minister, what you call Nyelenke, and the very executive director, Doctor, what you call himself, then they do the same thing. Then they marginalize the press. They keep the people who are the taxpayers' money. Who are they sponsor them 3 player? Who are they pay for them 3 player? Cricket say they want money. They not get them for go play competition. And they not get them. They say all they say their own tickets, their own paper, their own proposal, them fasting as na finance ministry, basketball, volleyball, look cricket. I mean this the swimming association, the FINA, the Federation International Swimming, then commend the swimming association for a job well done. I'm at 8 ways, but one of them leave now 1 year. Football, whose kind of commendation will get? FIFA sees the money. They never allow the so they pull out the money here. People in the struggle look up now petrol don't go up so. Now this so what do they talk? We're not against the country. But this guy so why then guy go out to let it there? Then they malign the media, then they fit the journalists say, then I then get local no the tongue still. It's very bad. Not tell the people that what to go for. First of all, you say they sneak, they make a mushroom business. They make a dokunu business. They will now them go. What is that? Now they sponsor about them go team. Not only Algeria, not only the Algeria national team, but the big team and beat them. What is that? Then what you ask hurt me more. After the game, some people are still on na Facebook waiting. Then they dance and they gladly. What is the same group? What is that? So no serious study. So why do I need to label myself for that? Let's concentrate for World Cup. January they come. We then have the group where we go for go qualify. We go see all the international matches that they don't go play with sweltering amount of delegation. We talk and see like there. You there against there. What is that? Sports are sports. We're not there for politics, man. What is that? Una keep away for the media. We don't know. I mean the rights. Nothing and why in nothing. Period. Hello, Triple. You there with me? Yeah, I don't. I just say me no steamy day, but me I dey all over Africa. The only people I want to support and I hide for talker. The Arab people there. Be it because they win anytime they say now for the Arab world. I go me na Africa man, but I dey Senegal, I dey Ghana, and I dey Cameroon. The other two that win Arab because they win they say now for the Arab world. We wish and hope the African teams then will do justice about Africa. It's unfortunate where Sadio Mane need to play, but we hope say Coach Ali Cisse will get people in for coming. In fact, on the page, I put the arrival of the Ghana Black Stars when they come to our own fans with singing and dancing, lots of pomp and pageantry. I would only hope this pomp and pageantry will be transformed into victory for Africa. It's difficult, but I mean, it is what it is. All the players you play, they play with them big guys there. All the other big guys and the other teams. So we hope say Africa will come out strong and do something. And also, we hope and pray that the family of Mr. Late Eric Lansana go take heart in the sense that God take him, we let him, but God let him most. To God be the glory. I thank you and God bless you till next Saturday. We will get analysis of how they go.
Daniel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you too. Bye.
Yeah. Well, don't try today. Don't start on the day. Hopefully, will they land? Please. Yeah, I don't know. Seriously though. Just waste of money. I don't know. Well, then we'll see the presidency and be get the key. So then still they look for outside for unlock. Seriously. They don't start stay home. Stay home. And not do now. Now people lose. Sit down at house. Please. We don't have the land for himself. Ataya. Papa God help you. We are done for today. Nothing so go able. We can't promise for show game because I know say with all the rights, we know things will go able to show the game. But hey, if it's possible, the opening is something that will give. Alright. We'll go there back on Monday. All the best. Make we rest. And now I will be asked just now about, we don't say Sunday. So, we'll say Sunday after the game, After the last World Cup game. After the last World Cup game on Sunday, now we don't say we will make that meeting also. Well, we'll watch his schedule and see. Right after, we'll go get the Zoom meeting. A few people will go attend. We all go come and discuss how we go carry on. Till we go meet again on Monday. With long life and well body. Also, three police say, Tata.